first, we're going to remind
Just do it every time we do it, every
time we do
15 minutes.
Your children are how old?
Oh, who knows? 7 and 9. Yours aren't. Yours are there.
But I feel like our kids are going to be on the payroll for forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 19-year-old, a 16-year-old. You at home, if you have a teen who is about to turn 18 or is 18, then life is going to change in ways big and small. So this one's for you.
Yep. In our Ask the ... segment, we are asking attorney Ann-Margaret Carrozza to break down exactly what happens to parents' rights and access to their children's information once they turn 18. Welcome, Ann.
Thank you.
I think about this often because you're there.
I'm there.
But
I'm here.
I think the future, and it freaks me out.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Once our children turn 18, whether they're living with us or they're away at school, we can no longer make medical decisions for them. So if we get that phone call at 2 a.m., unless we have a document in advance, we can't help our children.
All right, let's talk broad strokes, because I learned this the hard way with my son's medical advice, being privy to his medical records. Kids turn 18. This is across the whole United States of America. As a parent, we no longer have the right to make decisions about their...
No.
None. Financial decisions.
No medical decisions, no financial decisions.
Clean your room.
Nope.
Please.
Well, you can use financial leverage with that.
Right,
you can bribe them.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about the finance of it all. Excuse me, the medical of it all. They turn 18. Now everything is over to them. So if I want to say, okay, I need to know what you're allergic to, I no longer have access to those records. Walk us through this.
Exactly. So there is a document that the child can sign when they're 18. It's a very good idea to start these conversations before the 18th birthday so that you're prepared to go and you have buy-in from the child that this is something they want to do. But in this document, we call it a healthcare proxy. They can appoint you as the agent to make medical decisions. And they're going to put your cell phone number in there, and with your phone you would take a picture of it, so you always have it on you.
I will say, my 19-year-old, who's super mature, he has said, I can't do this. I'm putting you down as my proxy, but I'm still going to call you. You're still going to take me to the allergist, all the rest.
Great. Yeah, that's really great. So I encourage everyone to have this conversation. And with the healthcare proxy, you don't need a lawyer to do it. You don't need to pay someone money to create it. It is a DIY document. I was a New York State legislator, and it's designed to be user-friendly. You don't need a lawyer. I have them on my website, mylawyerann.com. Print it, fill it out, and now you're back in the mix.
Even if they're living under your roof and you're paying for everything and you do everything for them, they still are independent adults that they don't require any signature from their parents at all.
You know, it's absolutely mind-blowing.
I mean, they're children.
At 18,
children.
They are children. They don't know how to do laundry. They can't write a check. They can't address an envelope.
They can vote.
They can vote, but they're legally adults. We want to have these directives in place.
Okay, so what about getting school records and financial information?
School and financial, that would be a durable power of attorney. A child can name a parent and an older sibling together. A power of attorney can be a double agent if the child wants to name both parents. And with this durable power of attorney, now the parents are back in the mix and they can request grade information and other documents.
I didn't do any of this when I turned 18.
I know, neither
my
did
parents were like, I own you as long as you're under the...
Right.
So it is, basically the broad stroke advice is when the child turns 18, sit with them and be like, we have to fill out a bunch of forms right now.
Absolutely, yeah, and get buy-in from the child, but it's really helpful if those conversations started.
18.
Before 18,
before
right,
18.
right.
Absolutely.
Now, what if you've put money aside for your children under a custodial account? Do they immediately have access to it when they're 18?
They do.
This is terrifying. I need more drink. Who's got more drink? Seriously.
I'm not a big fan of custodial accounts because it's a windfall to the child who may be making inexperienced financial decisions. if they're receiving financial aid, this windfall will disrupt them from financial aid. I like a 529 plan better because that will supplement any college financial aid that they're already getting.
Do you find that people are aware of these situations when their kids are approaching 18? Do you find that, like, your kid's obviously mature enough to know what this is, but like most 18-year-olds have no idea that this is approaching?
No, and our hair is on fire when we have an 18-year-old and we're busy dealing with college and financial aid applications and prom outfits so it's very important, and it's great that you're highlighting this issue because people should be aware of it.
That's crazy.
I think it's also just another opportunity to have a conversation with your child because, to your point, at 18, society writ large and small says you're an adult.
Right.
I'm 51. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I think if you lay the parameters, like, hey, you're 18, the law dictates X, Y, and Z, then everybody can have skin in the game.
But I think it's part of a broader dialogue because in our 50s, we need a power of attorney in case we're incapacitated. So I think when we bring this up with our 18-year-old, we have more buy-in because we're doing a power of attorney. They should do a power of attorney.
Any chance that this law they'll make it older, like 21, 22, and not 8? It's just like, it seems like 18. Like when this law came out, 18-year-olds were actually adults.
You're right.
And now it's like, is there any
drinking
chance
age used to be 18, right?
You're right.
Is there any chance it would increase in age?
I have not heard my former legislative colleagues talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting behind it.
Start a petition.
Sorry, 18-year-olds.
Start a petition, 21. What's the best advice you could give for folks at home who are watching this right now on how they can navigate the waters of the pending 18th year?
I think start to inform yourselves and think a little more broadly, a little more creatively. We don't want an 18-year-old, whether it's through our will, through our trust, or a beneficiary designation on life insurance. An 18-year-old should not come into a windfall. So think about staggering the distribution. Every couple of years, they get another percentage.
Well, I'm taking it all with me, so they're not getting anything. Thank you so much. Very, very informative information. For more legal tips, make sure to follow her on Instagram at MyLawyerAnn.